Nicolette Good.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming out. Call me when you get lonely. There's nothing attached if you're looking for strings. I'm no foolish young thing. I know the fog from the rain. I know that 7 little numbers on a napkin don't add up to a ring. But I've got half a mind to put behind me all my plans of paradise. If you don't play nice and call me, downright crazy, honey, call me any name that fits. Honey, call it anything but quits. 'Cause I've got half a mind to go out and find me a man who thinks he can. If you don't plan on falling for me, well, have I wasted all of my precious time? Has the operator disconnected my life? I've been drinking alone and fingering the number on the telephone and singing along to the dial tone, a desperate woman's microphone. And I've got half a mind to go out and find me a man who thinks he can. If you don't plan on falling for me. Thank you. Thanks. Well, this next song is called The Road. I'm playing mostly from a CD I put out last summer, called Monarch. This song has a reference in it to father figure, and that kind of bugs my real dad, because he thinks people are going to think it's about him.
Is it?
And I said, Dad, when I write a song about you, you'll know it. Well, I was raised up down in Texas with a pickup truck for my home, and my daddy couldn't stay put, so we took to the open road. And as the daughter of a nomad, well, I really should have known that any man that comes from Texas is sure to roll. Today I walk down to the bayou just to kiss my man goodbye. And he said, baby, well, come tomorrow, I will be back here by your side. And I said, baby, just remember that the man upstairs can hear your lies. And he said, Darling, I think the man upstairs will sympathize. He said he thinks God must have been a traveler. Why else make the world so wide and drop him in Texas with a saddle and the Wild West in his eyes? But I think that God must have come from Texas. Why else make woman for a wife except to say, darling, I don't need no more of your goodbyes. He said he was strung up in Utah, where he had no friends to call his own, and he had to leave his pretty baby back in Texas all alone. And if he believes that he'll be back here, then it's easier for him to go. And I said, darling, you were long gone, long ago. Thank you.
I believe there are some copies of that album available, correct?
And they are, yes.
In a living room near you.
In a living room near you. Yeah, I do. I have a few copies with me. And you guys have some of yours too.
They all have one, don't they? But they may not have a copy of Monarch, and it's a beautiful album, so you should get one.
Son of my sister said I won't go, their land is far, and time takes hold, and I am barely 18 years old. Listen, I'm alright, hear me, I'm alright. I worked his hands in cars all day, thought if he tried it might stay that way. For his pride there was hell to pay. He would hold on tight, he would hold on tight. Life only blames those who stay the same. Ooh. Summers passed, his mother stole away, gave her heart to a man from the North Country, held her home open to my daughters and me. We were warm that night, we were warm at secrets that hung around, and the trees danced shadows on the ground. There were shades of white, there were shades of white, they were. Thanks. Well, this past year I've been participating in this weekly songwriting challenge where it's 14 singer-songwriters from all over the world. There's one Canadian. That makes it global all of a sudden. But for every week for a year, I tried to write a song and uploaded a little video of it. Year's a long time to do something every week.
It amazes me that she's taken on this project.
Yeah. But Mitch and Melissa lent me this guitar that kind of had an interesting tuning on it, and it really got some of my juices flowing. So I wrote this little one. Winter is big and slow, hangs around till he's ready to go. The cold wind sings his song, his voice is low and his words are long. Winter's just the springtime dreaming on. And spring is a younger thing, light on his feet and quick to see. He plays on a darkening lawn in the light before the blinds are drawn. Well, springtime's just the winter dreaming on. Well, springtime doesn't recognize his own face. Winter doesn't know his place. And summer doesn't get much better. Its skin is brown and the sun is high. And fall doesn't care at all if you come around to say goodbye. Well, you can fight to find the meaning, secrets in the seasons, scheming, but we are all just dreamers dreaming on. Thank you.
I think we were missing the bird sounds from the original recording.
Oh, yeah.
If you record that song, you have to put them back in.
Yeah, I did that on I took my phone outside in the backyard, and it actually took me a lot of takes because of the neighborhood I live in. There's like constantly just like Tejano music in someone's truck and then in the backyard. And live next to a hospital, sirens. So 10 takes later, I just got some nice bird chirps. Maybe I could borrow your bird.
No, we can do that.
Yeah, just outsource it, have him sing it for me.
We'll run her out to you for a week.
Well, lately I've been walking on moth's feet, listening in for a heartbeat anytime that our lips meet. 'Cause lately he's believing what he tells me. Drink up, honey, just to talk sweet. The time is now and it's my treat. There he goes, leaving me alone with the radio. Where the hell does he go? 4 days on end. And faster now, finally I feel that he's let me go. If I'm right, let me know. Well, back then, we dared each other to say when, and blacked out mirrors with a spray can, held our breath before we held hands. And now, I'm following a trail and somehow it leads me back to this house. The lights are on and the day is winding down. There he goes,
I feel that has let me go. If I'm right, let me know. If I'm wrong, let it show. He doesn't look at all like I remember, and we don't talk about the two pretenders walking the hall side by side. Back home there is a war and I'm a lone defender. I make it through alright, but think about surrender when my trouble doesn't even show up for the fight. Oh. Walking the hall side by side. And at home there is a war and I'm a lone defender. I make it through alright, but think about surrender when my trouble doesn't even show up for the fight. But give it time, it might.
Thank you.
Wasn't that one of the first ones you did in the
Yeah.
songwriting thing?
That was, yeah.
Because I held the iPhone for you.
You were
and
the director of
recorded you.
cinematography for that.
Yes.
That submission.
Yeah, I did so many creative things with it.
Well, I kind of have this weird obsession with cities that have interesting names. Yours included. It's not made a song yet, but what rhymes with Waxahachie?
Ask Mitch that question. He's made up a funny little,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
He told me, but we can't repeat it.
Yeah. Not for the recording.
Oh, no.
Ask me later.
Oh, goodness. But
If
so
you're
the,
laughing a bunch out here, you must be thinking the same thing.
so here's one of those.
I remember when he made his first try in the backyard where the kids would get high. The summers came and the creek ran dry. Everyone thought he had a little more time, and all the moms thought the kid was pretty smart. Just never seemed to really want to work that hard. Took a barroom match to a birthday card, just as everyone had let down their guard. All this time alive into walking up. Never thought for once I'd be seeing you. The congregation sang God Save the Child. They looked for hours through the plume and the pile, and what they never found was unexplained, and what they lost was really what they gained. I'm looking back and it's a miracle still, how everyone was blinded into picking up the bill. Reached in his wallet, pulled out a penny, threw it in the fountain and went in for the kill. All this time for I've been to walking up. Never thought for once I'd be seeing you. From the edge of the neighborhood, the flames were burning bright, and I never expected you to hang around for one more night. Maybe I should have known that all this time alive into walking up. Never thought I'd be seeing you. All this time into walking up. Never thought.
that's the second song that I've written about a city before I actually asked the locals how you pronounce it. So if anyone is from Tawakana and I'm saying it wrong, please tell me now. P.S. It's too late.
You're a glass box filled with shiny things, broken promises and plastic diamond rings. And I'm a grown child with a pocket full of change. I'm old enough to know better, too young to walk away. So you make your move and I make my move, and at the end of the game, both of us lose, and the light bulbs don't flash a winner's name. Sinking money in the skill crate. Now it's your turn. Do you take a pass? You wait behind me while I make a grab. And you wanna know, do I want you to break my fall? Doesn't mean a thing if you have to ask. Well, the hand comes down and I swear I can grab it, like a hound at the gate, saying he's kicking the habit. And the light bulbs don't flash a winner's name. Well, I'm more than willing to pay for the real thing, but I'm tired of sinking money in the skill crate. Yes, I'm more than willing to pay for the real thing, but I'm tired of sinking money in the skill crate.
Thanks. That was a cheerful little number. Really close to writing that one. I wrote this next one that is, I think I wrote it around Valentine's Day, and I was kind of thinking about love and different love songs, and I dug up this memory of I was in junior high and had an epic crush on this kid who would come to school wearing classic rock t-shirts. And so suddenly my mother had a purpose in my life because she knew all of these bands, and I would quiz her. We'd turn on the oldies station and the classic rock station, and I'd I'd quiz her so that I had something to talk about with this boy at school the next day. And, you know, she kind of liked it. She liked getting to, you know, go through those little memories herself. She and my dad bought a turntable, got out the cardboard box of old records. And the only space that we had in the house for it was in the kitchen. So we put the turntable on top of the refrigerator. And I have this very vivid memory. My mom's on a chair in front of the refrigerator putting on a Crosby, Stills and Nash record. And Sweet Judy Blue Eyes comes on, and she thinks that I'm not watching her, and she turns to my dad, and she's mouthing the lyrics to that song to him. I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. And, you know, we must have been 14 years old, but that really struck me. So I went on to write a song nowhere near as meaningful as Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, but a love song nonetheless.
I've got something to say, but you go first. Yours might take a while, mine's 3 words. And it's all I can do just to shut my mouth. They're like Grecian soldiers tumbling out of a Trojan horse. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm off my course. And maybe I'll only make matters worse, but I can't wait a minute longer. You got something big that's on your mind. You have always been the careful kind. And it's all you can do not to run and hide, like you're living in the shadow of a man who died of a broken heart. 1, 2, 3, his world fell apart, and maybe you'll miss all the greatest parts, but you can't be any stronger. Well, we don't have to let it end this way, when 3 little words could make the others stay. They're simple enough and not carved in stone, and we're better off when we're not alone. I don't know what I thought I had to prove by holding out for you to make your move. I'm done with that, and on the count of 3, I'm telling you you mean to me. 1, 2, 3, I fall to my knees, and finally my heart has found its key, standing right there in front of me.
Melissa, you want to do some singing?
Sure.
It's a real treat to get to sing with Melissa, who I'm going to go sappy, but really taught me the ropes, like kind of early on when I was getting started. Important things like how to remember to get paid at the end of the night and not shock yourself when you're plugging in a PA.
Basically, we taught her a lot of things not to do. We made all the colossal mistakes, and then when she started, she was just like breezing through, doing all the right things.
Well, one thing I kind of do when I have a little bit of writer's block is I'll take these old traditional songs or children's songs, play with them, turn them on their head, make them totally inappropriate for children. So this also taught me a lot about copyright law. So here's one purely from the public domain. This is called Pretty Clementine.
What would it take a mind from a 49er in the gold that's buried there? There's nothing more in the world he adores than his pretty daughter, lonely and fair. I think I'll take her out, clean her up, win her over, sweep her right off of her feet. Ruby red roses, daffodils wrapped in clover, and a deal he'll never beat. Pretty Clementine took me down to the water, to the dark and foaming brine. But her foot did catch a splinter. What a shame, who's to blame? Won't somebody call me 49er? Pretty Clementine took a fall into the water, blowing bubbles soft and fine. But alas, I was no swimmer, and that's how I lost my Clementine. Sorry, Clementine. Then the minor 49er, he began to peek and pine. Thought he oughta join his daughter, now he's with his Clementine. But behold the gold that shone on the bottom of a wishing well, the most beautiful light you ever seen, a gold whose light shone much further than the human ear can hear a scream. La, la, la. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you were lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. And in a churchyard on the hillside, the flowers weep and twine. There grow roses in their poses on the graves of Clementine. And in my dreams she still does haunt me, wearing garments soaked in brine. In life I may have loved her, but the miner's mine is mine is mine is mine.
So can I ask a question about that song?
Sure.
Did he do it on purpose? Did he push her in?
Mwahaha. Yes, he did. I thought that the original version of that song was just like, it's got this happy-go-lucky little melody over what's essentially a murder plot. Sing that to your children at night.
A lot of those songs are creepy, those old songs.
Well, this next one is called Hurricane Caroline, and I broke the cardinal rule of songwriting, which is to change the name of the people you write the song about. I feel like we're far enough away from home that we're good.
Has she ever confronted you?
No. It's not her style. You probably don't know the real girl, but you may know your own version of her.
I do know the real girl.
Yeah, you do. You may have married her. Divorced her. Got a restraining order against her.
This time last year, when Caroline was here, she was having herself a ball. But it's a fine line between a good time and a family brawl. She would stay up late and piss the night away with chocolate, wine, and Adderall. She had just begun to come undone. We hardly knew it all. Here she comes, our pretty hurricane, wrecking homes in new towns under a different name. At first she was a breeze, and now she's mostly rain. Caroline, a hurricane. The landlord would complain about most everything. She wrote out Dylan songs in lipstick on the walls, and the boys she brought home were never the same twice, no, since William broke her heart last fall. She tipped the vagrant man digging through our trash can, said you would do the same if you cared at all. But her rent check came from somewhere far away. We hardly knew her at all. Here she comes, our pretty hurricane, wrecking homes in new towns under a different name. At first she was a breeze, and now she's mostly rain. Caroline, a hurricane, a perfect storm, blue eyes, big smile, and a heart like a weather vane. You can ride her out, drive her away, it's all the same. Summer settled in, the wind blew something in, and overnight she changed her course, and we all stood stunned on the front porch. We'd never know her at all. There she goes, our pretty hurricane, wrecking homes in new towns under a different name. At first she was a breeze, and now she's mostly rain. Caroline.
Thank you. People ask me if those little anecdotes are true, and I say they're true enough to be believable and false enough to be appropriate for the radio. Well, let's sing my other mispronunciation of the iconic Texas town.
Yes.
This one, it's called Marathon, about the city Marathon. But they don't include pronunciation keys on the highway signs. They really should.
Especially for Waxahachie.
Waxahachie. You've got to dig in real good. Waxahachie. I'm not making fun. I'm really just like writing a song in my head right now.
She's making fun of us.
How long I've waited in the desert where the drive-in movies died. I'm a woman, hot-blooded and bored, in the moonlight hanging on your every word. In Marathon his hand. And I know we found it ahead of its time. That night the music turned my blood into wine. Do just one more, and then we'll go get some iced tea and cool off and switch places. This one's called Little Boat on a Wave. It doesn't pass the eyebrow test. Well, I will not be afraid of a boat that is rocking, for a rocking boat sits upon a wave. And a wave is nothing more than a messenger of the ocean, there to let me know I'm on my way, on my way, and to a shore I cannot see, on my way, home by and by, and to a dot on a map that's not yet made. Hallelujah, little boat on a wave. And I will not be undone by sirens and their singing, for a siren knows but one song, and the only sound I need is the whisper of the ocean, gently singing me to carry on my way, and to a shore I cannot see, on my way, home by and by, and to a dot on a map that's not yet made. Hallelujah, little boat on a wave. Now I've seen rain in a hurricane take down ships stronger than mine, but I set sail knowing well each storm dies down in time. So when I find myself in the safety of a harbor, I plant my feet on its pier and recall every wave, every night filled with thunder, and give thanks, for they brought me here, on my way, and to a shore I cannot see, on my way, home by and by, and to a dot on a map that's not yet made. Hallelujah, little boat on a wave. Oh, hallelujah, little boat on a wave.
Thanks, guys.